Hi everyone, and welcome to the YouTube channel for Agile IT Tech. My name is Ali Afsar. Let us discuss storyboarding in an Agile methodology today. Storyboarding is the process of gathering requirements in an Agile methodology. The storyboarding process actually begins by first identifying the epics associated to the stories. So very first thing that we will do is we will identify all the epics. Epics can refer to big functionalities such as modules. So imagine if you were gathering the requirements for a mobile application related to your consumer banking. Some of the epics that would be identified there could be login module, account reporting module, fund transfer module, bill pay module, and maybe customer service. Once we have identified these epics, the next thing we need to do is we need to identify the associated stories to these epics. Stories are typically features, functionalities that business is looking for as part of the epic. The story will consist of three main parts. Number one, who is doing the action? Two, what is the action? Three, why is the user looking to do this action? For example, if I was to give you a story associated to the login module, I could say, as a user of bank ABC, I would like to have the ability to get authenticated into the banking website so that others may not have access to my accounts. Once we have identified the user story and identified the who, the what, and the why, the next step to do is to identify any and all sub-stories or sub-tasks associated to this user story, and then to write the acceptance criteria that is associated to this user story. The acceptance criteria is nothing but details related to the user story. For example, in our previous example of login, we could say that the user ID will be 8 characters long. The password must have special characters, 8 character long, use of capital letter, no consecutive. These are all examples of once the acceptance criteria has been identified, the next step for the business analyst or the product owner in an Agile methodology is to go ahead and add this particular user story into the product backlog. Typically, you may be using tools such as Jira to manage and develop your product using an Agile methodology. Once the acceptance criteria is completed and the user stories are entered to the product backlog using a tool such as Jira or Azure, the next step for us to do is to go ahead and do a prioritization exercise. The prioritization exercise is typically done with the product owner. So we're going to be working with the product owner to identify what is the priority of all our stories. The prioritization can be done in a high priority or a medium priority or a low priority. Of course, we will be targeting the high priority items before we target the mediums or the lows. So the last step after the prioritization is estimation. Estimation is of course being done with the development leads or your development team. Estimation can be done in multiple formats. The most common way of doing an estimate is by t-shirt sizing. T-shirt sizing can go from extra small to a medium, large, extra large, 2XL, even a triple XL. Typically, triple XL efforts are referred as epics. Now that we have completed prioritization and we have completed the estimation, it is time to go ahead and kick off our sprint. This ends storyboarding and starts the sprint.